Riyadh, Gauff and Sabalenka pull off wins as group standings remain open. Gauff, who contributed 17 double faults when she lost on Sunday to her fellow American, Pegula, in 3 sets in her first group match, committed only 3 against Paolini, and she dominated the 8th seed over the 78-minute throughout the contest. The American won 35 of her 50 service points, and was particularly sharp on her second delivery, winning 15 of 19 points as she produced her 33rd career top 10 win of her young career. Gauff was thrilled to put that opening match behind her. "I'm really happy with how I was able to turn it around," Gauff said afterwards. "Only 3 double faults, 17 is a big difference. It just shows I have the ability to serve like this." Just going back to the basics, trying not to overcomplicate things. "I think maybe I might have served a little too hard in that match against Jess. So I just tried to slow it down. Definitely a turnaround from my first match. It's the beauty of this tournament, and to have another chance to prove yourself." It was a must-win match for Gauff, if she was to keep alive her chances of advancing at the WTA finals and keep her title defense hopes on track. Gauff's coach for the past 6 years, on and off, is Jean-Christophe Forel, who has been impressed with her competitiveness in the big moments. "She's amazing in the ability she has to just close everything," he said before the finals began. "For me, the French Open final is the best example. Like every player, she can be irritated, distracted when she plays, looks at us, in the player's box, too much. She, maybe, looked at us 2 times. She was in the zone. This makes her different from many, many players. Semi-finals, final, big match, she plays her best tennis most of the time. I think she's 11 for 14 in finals." Gauff's triumph at Roland Garros was a case in point, her crowning achievement in a season where she qualified for her 4th straight WTA finals. On Tuesday, facing possible elimination, the number 3 seed dug in again, and delivered another impressive performance, the 21-year-old taking just over 10 minutes to build a 3-0 lead in the first set, before Paolini got herself through a 9-minute battle, fending off 3 break points, and winning her first game to get on the board. While Paolini got a break back, Gauff drew the Italian into backhand rallies and won points with precise cross-court play to claim the next, and take a 5-3 lead before holding to pocket the set. The American strategy of making Paolini run constantly from one side of the court to the other paid off, as Paolini, who has not been well since she arrived in Riyadh, wilted. Gauff secured back-to-back breaks to go 5-2 up in the second, and claimed the match with a powerful serve that Paolini could only hit into the net. "I knew today's win was important to keep myself in the tournament," the world number 3 said. "If I lost, I would have been out." Instead, it was Paolini who was eliminated from the tournament after 2 straight defeats, but she is also playing doubles at the event with partner Sara Errani. "I don't think Jasmine was 100% today," Gauff added. "Playing singles and doubles is not easy. The Italian was ill in advance of the tournament, and never once looked to be her perky, upbeat self. This was her 2nd straight appearance at the WTA finals, and her singles record is 1-4, but she and Errani are still alive as the top seeds in doubles." Overall, Paolini had come in with the better recent results, winning 3 of her 4 matches against Gauff, all earlier in the year, but the American had prevailed in straight sets in Wuhan last month on her way to the title. "Coming here, and not being 100%, it's painful, of course," Paolini admitted later. "It's not easy to play at that level. Today was a tough one. I was hoping to play a bit better, but I didn't. I'm a little bit upset, but somehow I have to accept it." Gauff next faces world number 1 Sabalenka to determine if she advances in the season-ending event for the top 8 players. "I'm just happy to get over this one. Today was a big mental win," Gauff said. "It's definitely going to be a big match for me. I know I need to win to give myself the chance to move on. It could be my last match of the season, so that's how I've been playing it every match this tournament." Sabalenka leads the group after beating Pegula, and has won her 2 group matches, which puts her on the verge of qualifying for the semi-finals, and although a spot is yet to guaranteed, it places her in pole position to advance. Pegula is an incredible player. said the four-time Grand Slam champion after her latest win. She always pushed me to the limit. I was thinking, I'm gonna go after my shots, stay aggressive, put all of that speed back on her, and hope that I get my chance. After brushing aside an early break point in the first set, Sabalenka struck first, converting her fourth chance with a forehand winner to take a 4-2 lead, which she extended to 5-2 with a hold. Pegula fought back, saving a set point, and breaking Sabalenka to narrow the gap to 5-4, but the Belarusian converted her fifth set point to land the opener in 45 minutes. In the second set, Sabalenka continued to pressure Pegula's serve, but it was the American who capitalized on her chances, breaking to love in the Belarusian's second service game, and again later in the set for a 5-2 lead. The US Open champion, who had beaten Paolini on Sunday, grew frustrated as she made 13 unforced errors, nearly twice as many as Pegula, and struggled with double faults. Sabalenka knew she needed to win the set to clinch the Stephanie Graf group ahead of Thursday's matches, and she had a couple of more chances to get back on track with a pair of break points in the final game, but Pegula saved them both, and fired 3 forehand winners to force the decider. The American fifth seed broke early again in the third set for a 2-1 lead, putting herself in position for a second straight comeback win against Sabalenka, who continued to struggle with her first serve. The top seed, though, found another gear, and her first delivery returned, as she turned errors into winners to win 4 games on the trot and take a 5-2 lead. Nor did she falter when serving for the match, sealing it with a final forehand winner that firmly shut the door on Pegula, and brought Sabalenka to her knees, now on the cusp of the last 4. Sabalenka's win was her 61st of the season, and 13th against a top 10 opponent, the most in a season since Iga Swiatek posted 15 in 2022. Next, Sabalenka will face Gauff with a chance to raise that total to 14, and level their head-to-head record, which currently favors the American at 6-5, while a win would secure Sabalenka first place in the Stephanie Graf group with a perfect 3-0 and advance her to the semifinals in Riyadh. While she is most likely to advance, even with a loss, there is a slim outside chance that she still could be eliminated. The final round-robin matches are when things start to get juicier, and on Wednesday, Day 5 of the WTA Finals Riyadh, fans will enjoy a pair of winner-take-all matches. The third meeting of the year between Iga Swiatek and Amanda Anisimova will determine who takes second place in the Serena Williams group, while Elena Rybakina, who reigns as the guaranteed group winner, has a matchup against an already eliminated Madison Keys. Under the dazzling floodlights of Riyadh, the city's futuristic skyline mirrored the electric energy of the WTA Finals.